Hello, this is Glumpuddle in my 92nd and final video, at least in this series, The Chronicles of a Narnia Fan. I mean, maybe I'll post a random video in the future, I don't know, but this is it for now. And, it's been an amazing ride. I mean, my original idea was, I kept a little journal throughout the year 2005 in line with Wits and Awards that was coming out. And, it was just fun to record my initial thoughts, my initial reactions to news stories and rumors, or apparent big changes they made. And now, of course, the fun is to be able to read these and see how my opinions changed over time, because, of course, now I own the movie, and I can really, after watching it a million times, my opinions on a lot of things have changed. And, of course, there are areas where I was speculating, or I was totally right or totally wrong. And the idea after I got, my new MacBook Pro, which has a built-in webcam, was it'd be even cooler to visually record, what my initial reactions were, and so I could actually see it. Now I'm happy to say mission accomplished there. Already I'm able to look back on, I've seen the movie 5 times now, and it's fun to be able to look back on the videos I've done, and see places where I was wrong, see places where I was right, or I was speculating wrong. It's just a lot of fun. And so that's it. I mean, what an incredible 2.5 years of anticipating this film. The books are obviously really important to me. You know that by now. If you don't, you haven't been watching very closely. But, first read the books in early 2001. I mean, I just grew up with the story. Here's the first Narnia book I ever read, which doesn't even have a cover anymore, and Prince Caspian's missing like half the book. But, first that I ever read. But it was really important to me they get them right for a number of reasons, and I'm happy to say that even though the Prince Caspian movie is not perfect, it's a fine film, and I think it still honors the spirit of the book, and although the book is obviously still better. And but what a ride! I mean, just getting to visit the set of Prince Caspian, an honor I never even dreamed I'd have. I mean, getting to visit the set of any big movie would have been incredible, but of Prince Caspian, for me, the holy grail movies, just and meeting the actors and stuff, just such a unforgettable, life-changing experience, really. I'll never ever forget. And I know this isn't the Academy Awards or anything. I just feel like I should use this opportunity to kind of thank some people. I got to thank Tyrion, the founder of NarniaWeb.com, just for randomly selecting me out of so many Narnia Webbers to post news for NarniaWeb. And such an honor to do it. I follow the movies very closely, and it's just such an honor to be able to post the news. And I met some great fans along the way, and getting to go visit the set and everything. And it's been such a amazing experience for me as a fan to be able to do that. And it's led to so many things. And I just feel like, I said this after Lion, the Witch, and the Warrior. It was like, it can't get any better than this. And then, of course, it did. But I'm going to say it again. It can't get any better than this, but we'll see what happens with Dawn Treader. I got to thank Rillian also, the guy who does podcasts for Narnia Web, for recommending I get a Mac, because Mac just makes it, so easy to post these little quick things, and I can also do some cool things fairly simply. And so that was one of the original ideas behind doing this series, was to be able to learn my new editing software, and you can certainly see that. I mean, look at my first videos, the quality was pretty bad, and they progressively got better, and now I've learned a lot over the past, just over a year that did these videos. Started in April 2007. Now here we are in July 2008. And I thank Tim and Jack from Disney for inviting me to the set. And I guess I thank everyone who watched these videos. I mean, it was ultimately, I made these for me to have a record of my thoughts. But it's cool that there were some people out there who were interested in watching me ramble on about Narnia and post comments and stuff. And I always love a good discussion on Narnia, obviously. So thank you to everybody. It's kind of funny to see. I mean, the original idea also behind these was they'd be about 3 to 5 minutes. I mean, it's quite a joke. The first couple of videos were 3 to 5 minutes, but then after that, it was like, forget it. I mean, 10 minutes might not even be enough. And I've spent approximately 15 hours now talking about Narnia, which is pretty interesting. But I just wanted to show you, hey, it's only a 2-hour movie, but there's an endless amount of discussion or issues that come up from that. You can talk about it for 15 hours, and I hadn't even seen the movie, and just talked about it for hours. So it just comes to show you, that's what Narnia is. It's these complex, deep issues wrapped up in these simple fairy tales, So, that's it. I don't really want it to end. I'll probably do something else for Don Treader. We'll see what happens. But, don't know what else to say. I mean, is there anything else I can say here? Thanks everyone for watching again. I mean, I gotta thank Jesus Christ, obviously. I mean, ultimately, He's the reason I do this. I mean, I'm a big fan of other things. I love Star Wars, I love Harry Potter, I love all that stuff, but I freak out over Narnia because in addition to being, I think I'd be a fan of the books either way. They're just great fiction, well written, well told. But it's the fact that there's so many deep, powerful themes wrapped up in these simple fairy tales that makes me freak out over them and want to do a whole video blog dedicated to it. It makes me so deeply care that the movie be well done and represent the book accurately and hopefully draw people to the books would be the hope, obviously. But Jesus has made such a difference in my life, and these Narnia books are a big part of that, of made me kind of understand what it meant to have a relationship with God, what it meant to not just know about God, but to actually know God personally. Narnia kind of made me, finally kind of understand. I'd heard that before, but it kind of made me it put it in a new context, like, oh, now I get it, I get what, I kind of get that idea now. The kid's relationship with Aslan, that makes sense, I get what the Bible is saying now, and so, that's the reason it's so important to me that these movies be well done and why I dedicate a whole blog to them. It's ultimately Jesus Christ. And so praise God. And I'm glad I've made it this far. In the first video, to this day, it says in the video description, it says, this will probably be the last video I'll ever do. I did wonder, maybe after a few videos I'll just kind of give up. But I kept going. I'm glad to say I made it all the way through, production and all the way through the film's release. And here I am posting the last video. A lot of people have asked, why I say further up and further in all the time in my videos, even though that's a line from the last battle, and it just kind of means the journey continues. I mean, I'll always be following the news, even if Don Treader's the last movie, this will be something that goes on for the rest of my life. I'll show this movie to my kids someday, and you can endlessly analyze and get new things from this movie. It's obviously it's important to me, But I say further up and further in, it just kind of means the journey continues. Like, this series is coming to an end, but I'll always be following and analyzing the news and waiting for the next movie to come out. And so that's what it means. And so the series is going to end now, but, the journey's not ending. It's just beginning. I mean, hopefully they'll make all 7 books. But, we'll have to just wait and see what happens there. So that's it. As Peter says at the end of Prince Caspian, well, we have had a time. What an unforgettable adventure. 2.5 years anticipating the movie. Now we've got another at least 2 years ahead of us anticipating Don Treader, and we'll see what issues come from that. So, thanks to everyone again for watching this. It's been a blast. For the last time, this is Glumpuddle, signing off.